final segment of the show, I will tell you the best thing about women's beach volleyball. Here's a clue. It rhymes with founcing foobies. Hey-oh! That ought to keep the monkeys happy during commercial.
Wow. That sports guy Vic, there's a word for him. It rhymes with jackass.
Oh, damn, Gary, it's not gonna be the same without you here, man. I can't believe it only took you 6 weeks to paint 500 square feet.
I admit I was probably stalling because I wanted Sasha to notice me and put me on the air. I used every trick in the contractor's stalling handbook.
Oh, man, I loved it when you convinced her that the primer needed a primer.
Yeah, that was good. How about the day I spent washing that brush?
Curtis, we've got a police situation outside.
What, so you immediately assume it has something to do with me? Post-racial my ass.
No, it's Vic. He's being arrested. All right, apparently he's been walking around town, exposing himself.
Wow, that's terrible.
To animals.
You know, that's just weird. Do the animals even know? I mean, how does an animal report something like that?
They have him on security tape at the zoo. All right, he was in front of the gorilla cage, and I don't know who started it. Why am I explaining this? Okay, Curtis, I need you to get in there and wrap it up. You've got 30 seconds.
Whoa, Sasha, let me do it.
Gary, no, I'm sorry.
What? Come on, you've heard my demo. You know I'm good. Let me do it. Come on.
This is not radio fantasy camp. We're on the air here.
I'm sorry, Gary. I'm so sorry, man. It's just I'm the engineer. I'm the guy who knows the show, so it only makes sense that I take over. You know, I gotta do it.
You're on.
I can't do it.
What?
I can't think of anything to say.
Oh, you can't think of anything to say? You spent all morning talking about how many books you could balance on Kim Kardashian's ass.
Sasha, let me do it. I'll do it. I'm in.
Okay, go.
All right, sorry, Curtis.
Hey, everybody. My name's Gary. Vic will be back in a couple of months. I can't tell you the reason why exactly, but let's just say it rhymes with masturbating in front of gorillas. Okay, so we're going to talk some sports here. I read in the newspaper this morning that that South African runner, she tested positive for having both male and female parts, and now she's banned from competing as a woman. I think that's terrible. She should be saluted, that's what, because if I had male and female parts, I wouldn't be able to leave my house long enough to train. Just too many options there. I'm sorry. It's like being a one-man band. You get tired of banging your drum, you move over to the slide whistle. Anyway, my name is Gary Brooks, and that's the score. How was that?
Oh, thank you.
Whoa.
Forget all the horrible things I ever said about you.
Oh, you never said anything horrible to me.
I said about you, not to you.
Oh, hey, wait a minute. I just did something good for you. Why don't you do something nice for me? Let me finish the morning here on the air.
Gary, I don't know.
Whoa, time out. Sasha, I just saved your bacon. I'm good. You know I'm good. You know I never shut up, and the only time I ever exposed myself to an animal is when I was peeing in a bush that was housing a very indignant raccoon.
Okay, you get one shot tomorrow morning.
Yes! Oh, thank you! You were not scared at all, were you?
You are welcome.
How great will it be if we get to do a show together? My God, I thought my life peaked when I found out you could buy shrimp that was already peeled.
Oh, yeah, man, it's gonna be just like the old days, man. You're gonna be the pitcher, and I'm gonna be the catcher. I mean, not like that, not like that. It's more like football. You know, you'll be throwing balls, and I'm the receiver. Not like that either.
Hey, there they are.
Hey, Louise. Hey, Tom. What's the word, my man?
I'll be in the bathroom.
That's a man on a mission. I get that.
Hey, Dad, for volunteer week at school, I'm going to videotape greetings from us to Uncle Mitch and the Marines in his unit. So, think of something to say.
Okay, I will. That's great, sweetheart.
Yeah, it feels good to volunteer. Plus, it's extra credit, and I'm all over that, so.
Hey, before Allison comes in, don't tell her about my radio audition, okay?
Well, why not?
What? Because Allison will say something like, why are you gonna give up a good painter's job with a steady income to follow a radio pipe dream that pays half as much?
Actually, it's a third as much. That's why Vic had to take that second job at the zoo.
Hey, Gary, Gary, listen, I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, so I can't drive the kids to school. Can you do carpool?
No, I can't because I'll be honest with you. I have something else planned.
Oh, something you're not willing to tell me. So what does that mean? A game you want to watch? A hot dog stand you haven't tried?
No, how do you know I'm not taking a new interesting class?
Is there a new zombie movie opening tomorrow? I mean, what could it be? It has to be something, and something stupid.
I'll take the kids to school, all right?
Good,
Just get out.
Just Gary, one more thing. I'm concerned about Tom. He's been spending a lot of time in the bathroom lately, and even though I know it's appropriate for boys his age to do things, he's been acting a little anxious and defensive, so...
Okay, all right. You want me to talk to him? Because I'm very comfortable with the human body.
Yeah, Curtis, I got that the summer we all spent at the lake, so...
Okay, so now a guy can't get it all over tan?
I'll talk to Tommy. Okay, I'll just tell him what my dad told me, that every time you do it, a window in space opens up and spiritual warriors come out and they spread happiness and awareness.
How many drugs did your dad do?
A lot. I'm not sure exactly how many, but I was the only kid whose dad made a pipe out of his Pinewood Derby car.
All right, just remember, carpool tomorrow, and I'm assuming that's a yes on talking to Tom. I don't want him growing up thinking it's something shameful you have to hide in the tool shed to do.
So what are you gonna do, man? You can't go do your audition if you're taking the kids to school.
I'm not going to be taking my kids to school. Someone will, because the school has set up a carpool phone tree. You call one of the names on this list. If they can't do it, they call someone else and so on until someone's taking your kids to school.
How is that like a tree? I mean, if each person talks to the next person, and then they talk to the next person, that's a phone chain. That's a phone chain.
I don't know. They call it a phone tree.
But Gary, listen, I'm telling you, if one person calls many people, that's a tree because it branches out.
Stop. Is this going to bother you all day?
No. I'm gonna get a beer, okay?
Yeesh.
I mean, a phone train, a phone string. I mean, tree is the only thing it doesn't describe.
Tom, get out of the bathroom!
Yeah, I'll be out in a minute.
That's what you said 5 minutes ago. What are you doing in there?
Whoa, Louise, whoa. No matter what he's doing in there, do you really want him to answer that?
Fine.
Get ready for school, would you? Tommy, that's enough now. Come on, your ride for school's here. Let's go, huh? What the heck's going on in there?
Yeah, okay, I don't want to talk about it. I'm fine. Can everyone just mind their own business?
All right, you don't have to talk about it. But listen, it's no big deal. Everybody goes through it. I went through it. Your Uncle Mitch went through it.
I'm not going through anything, so don't...
Tommy, relax. Look, if you happen to find yourself going through an exciting new chapter in your life, just know that every single man on the planet has enjoyed that chapter over and over and over again, okay? Go to school and take comfort knowing that it has a very happy ending. So, Michael Vick is back in the NFL, and yeah, the guy served his time in prison, but I don't think this is all going to even out until he faces a defensive line of pit bulls and somebody snaps him a ham.
Gary, remind people to call in.
Okay, everybody, don't forget to call in. I'm Gary Brooks. This is The Score. Let's talk some sports. All sports except for soccer. And don't call me and tell me how great soccer is. You always say things like, oh, come on, it's the most popular sport in the entire world. Who cares? Coldplay is the most popular band in the entire world, but that doesn't mean I don't want to light a Nickelback CD on fire and beat Chris Martin over the head with it.
You gotta call on line 1.
We have Allie in Mar Vista. She's upset. Why are you so angry, Allie?
Because my stupid ex-husband is doing a radio show, and I got a call from the phone tree asking if I could take my own kids to school.
That's crazy. Can you?
Gary, what the hell are you doing on the radio while the kids are waiting at your house for a ride?
Okay, I would explain, but you're calling me right in the middle of my show.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I interrupting your show? I just have one question. What frickin' show, Gary?
The Score with Gary Brooks. And you're our first caller, so you win our Kobe Bryant bobblehead. There you go. We'll get that out to you right away. Is your address still the Gates of Hell?
I can't believe you kept this secret from me, Gary.
Allison, your reaction is the exact reason why I didn't tell you about this. I only get one shot at this radio gig, and I didn't want you to spoil it for me like you spoiled our marriage and sex and the endings of movies.
I'm not trying to spoil anything for you, but come on. A new career now? I mean, would you make as much money on the radio as you do painting?
Yeah, sure, probably.
Gary, I don't understand this. I mean, you have a good job and you make good money. Why would you throw all that away? And for the record, I didn't ruin that movie ending on purpose. I just guessed that Goose would die in a training mission and that Maverick would live.
You know what, Allison? For once in my life, I'm actually in control here, so I am cutting you off.
Gary,
Good.
keep her on. Yeah, people are loving the show. The phones are lighting up like a Christmas tree.
Okay, we got another call. This is Keith from Burbank. Keith, what's on your mind?
Man, Gary, I hate when chicks give away movie endings. My girlfriend used to do that, except she didn't really know she was my girlfriend, and she was a stranger.
Okay, why don't I let Allison respond to that? Allison, why do you guys ruin movie endings?
Oh, please, half those movies you said I ruined, Stephen Baldwin was already ruining. Look, Gary, can we just talk about this later, please?
Yeah, I'd love to, Allison, but we actually have another caller. Look at this. We got Stu from Valencia. Stu, you're on the score.
So I've been listening to this whole discussion. I think you're both making really good points, and I just have to say, Allison, you sound hot.
You know what, Allison? I know you think this dream is crazy, but if I don't go for this right now, when will I? Probably never will. This is my chance. And guys like me and guys like Keith out there, guys that know what it's like to work for a living, guys that bust their butts day in and day out, they know what I'm talking about. My whole life, I've done what I've had to do, and now finally I have a chance to do what I want to do.
So, Allison, just so I can really understand your side, what are you, like a 34C?
Bite me, Stu. Gary, please, could we have an adult conversation here? Yeah, that's real mature, Gary. Okay, you know what? Just once, I would like to talk to you. You know what, Gary, I'm right, and you're wrong.
That was Allie in Mar Vista. I'm Gary Brooks, and this is The Score.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry. I didn't know Allison was going to call in and ruin everything.
No. Gary, that was amazing.
Really? Oh my gosh, that's great.
You know what? I gotta let my bosses hear it, but I think this is something I can sell to them. Way to go, champ.
Man, that was awesome, man. The phones were lighting up. Most of the guys were on your side, and a couple of guys wanted Allison's phone number. Oh, and a Nickelback fan called and said if there were more of them, they'd kick your ass.
I can't believe this is actually gonna happen.
Hey, this is totally gonna happen. You're gonna be the guy on top, and I'm gonna be the guy right underneath you. Okay, not like that, not like that.
Hi, KPPQ. Yes, my name is Steve Karasnowski, and I was calling because I really love that guy you had on the air this morning. Gary Brooks was his name, I think. Wow. Karasnowski. K. You know, just how it sounds. Hello. KPPQ, this is Christopher Walken. Hello. Yeah, I'm calling because of that boy you had on the radio this morning. Oh, I think his name was Gary Brooks. Now, normally, I don't listen to sports talk radio, but, oh, he made me a fan. Keep him on the air. I like it. I like it. Hey, there she is, my biggest fan. What the heck were you doing calling into the radio show?
What was I doing, Gary? What were you doing? What, all of a sudden you're a radio personality? Why didn't you tell me you were doing this?
Because I knew you would be against it. It's your job to vacuum fun out of my life. You even have special attachments to suck fun out of all my hard-to-reach places.
Look, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I overreacted. You were on the radio and I got all panicked about how we were going to be able to afford everything. Gary, it's a tiny little station. Will you make as much on the radio as you do painting?
Not at first, okay? But after a few years, when I get my own following, I still won't even come close.
Gary, there's something I haven't told you.
Oh, come on. We haven't had sex in 6 months.
No, do you remember a couple months ago we sent in that application for Louise to get into the LA Philharmonic Youth Program?
Yeah, you told me it was super expensive and prestigious, but don't worry, because she won't get in.
She got in.
No! Of course she did. She's so darn good at everything.
Listen to me. This music program, you know, it's going to be a stretch even on your painter salary. But if you quit painting and you start making less, I don't know if we'll be able to afford it at all. And I know it's a little weird for me to say this because, you know, I don't contribute as much financially. But...
What do you mean, like $0?
Geez, Gary, if you want to put a number on it, God.
Look, this is terrible. This radio thing is like my dream. But I can't stand in the way of Louise. This is super important for her.
Yeah.
It's time to say something to Uncle Mitch and the Marines in his unit, okay?
Okay. Hey, Mitch, it's your little brother. Come home soon. We love you. Tommy's bunk bed is waiting for you.
Hi. I just wanted to say thanks to you and everyone in your unit for your service. And stay safe, because I want to give you a great big hug when you come home.
Thanks. He's really going to love that. Tom, is there anything that you want to say to Uncle Mitch?
Can I have a little piece?
Tom wants peace, Uncle Mitch.
Oh, hey, guys. What's up?
Hey, Allie. So, listen, man, we wanted to talk to you. I think I should tell him. It's probably better coming from a buddy.
Yeah.
Anyway, it didn't work out. Sasha tried really hard, but the guys upstairs, they just didn't respond to the show. I'm sorry.
No. That's what I get. It was dumb of me to even get my hopes up.
No, I'm sorry, Gare.
Oh, and they also said, I'm just messing with you, man. They loved you! Yeah!
They loved you, Gary. Congratulations, you are the new KPPQ sports guy.
Oh, wow.
Man, you should have seen your face. It's like your heart was broken.
Yeah, tell them how it went down.
Okay. I gave the tape to management, and they flipped. You were edgy, you were funny, you knew your stuff, and then I made the point that it's the kind of show that both men and women would listen to, which made me look like a genius. So what do you say?
I'm gonna have to say no.
Yes, wait, hold on. What?
Sorry, I can't do it. Sorry.
Hold on a second. Let me get this straight. The thing you've been pestering me to give you for the last 6 weeks, you're now saying you don't want? What are you, a toddler?
Look, I can't do it. I'm sorry.
Gary, you have to do this. And not just because I'm gonna look like a giant ass to my boss if you say no, but because you were born to do this. I've never seen anyone enjoy themselves doing anything the way that I saw you enjoy being on the radio. It was like you were glowing. And I don't know if I've had that feeling doing anything in my life ever.
Sasha, my daughter has an opportunity to do something really incredible, and I will not be able to make that work on a DJ salary, so I can't. I'm sorry. I cannot do it.
I'm really upset to hear that.
Hang on, Sasha. Gary, can I talk to you for a second?
What?
You gotta take the job.
I can't. How are we gonna pay for Louise's program?
I don't know, Gary. We'll figure it out. We'll save, we'll stretch. I don't know, but you gotta do it. It'll make you really happy.
Is this a trap?
No, Gary, look, you may not believe this, but I want you to be happy. And not just because I care about you, but because if you're happy, Gary, the family is happy. And what could be more inspiring to the kids than seeing their dad doing something he loves? We're just gonna make it work, okay?
Yeah, this says trap written all over.
Hey, guys, listen, I'm sorry. I really tried, but he doesn't want to do it.
Well, he's giving this up? This is a chance of a lifetime. I can't believe he's turning this down.
Which is why I'm not throwing it away. I'm messing with you. I'm doing it. Oh, yeah, I am your new sports guy.
So
Wow, okay.
Oh, Allison, please feel free to call in as often as you'd like, all right? Do you guys think you can find something to fight about every day?
Oh, gee, I don't know. It might be a little rough, but we'll get it together once the cameras are rolling.
It's not cameras, Gary, it's radio.
I knew you were going to say that. The second I said the word camera, I knew you were going to correct me in front of my friends.
This is perfect. This is perfect. I love it. Welcome aboard.
Well, congratulations, Gary. Finally got your own show.
I got my own show.
Just like we said, man, it's gonna be you and me, all right? You're gonna be the hot dog to my bun, but not like that. Not like that.
Oh, Allison, I gotta thank you. If you weren't a royal pain in my ass, my dream never would have come true.
Oh no. Oh. Oh my God, this is terrible.
Oh my God. But
I can't believe this is how it ends.
What?
honey, you don't like the ending?
Oh God.
Oh, jeez, Gary, we're calling the doctor. He's crying. He's crying.
All right, enough's enough now. Tommy, I'm coming in now. Come on. Enough's enough.
Gary, don't laugh. It could be very damaging right now.
Oh my gosh, you won't believe what he's been doing in here. He's reading Bridges of Madison County.
Oh,
I didn't want anyone to know.
oh, honey, that's like the saddest book.
Yeah, I know. And Dad said it had a happy ending.
Wow.
That's a relief, isn't it?
Yeah. It's kind of weird he's reading that book in the bathroom. I hope when he does the other thing, he doesn't start doing it in the library.